suffer from fatigue, mood changes, or an upset stomach, it may be your gut. The importance of our gut to our overall health is a topic of increasing research in the medical community. And here to chat about the importance of the gut and health is Registered Dietitian Sabeeha Abdullah. Welcome to The Loft.
Thank you for having me.
What is the gut and where is it in our bodies, for those that don't know much about gut health?
So when we speak about the gut, we are speaking about the entire digestive system, which starts at your mouth, includes the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, ends at the rectum. So it's right through.
All of that is your gut?
Yes,
really?
It is, yeah.
I thought the gut was just here. Oh,
no,
wow.
It is essentially the pathway through which food travels during digestion. So.
Okay. Why is gut health getting increased attention in the last, I would say, 5 years in particular?
So gut health is crucial. It's very important for the breakdown of food, the absorption of nutrients, and also elimination of waste. The gut also plays a very important role in keeping a healthy immune system.
Okay.
So if we imagine the gut to be a garden, so in a garden you'd want flourishing flowers, lots of different plants for it to thrive. So similarly, the gut would need a number of different bacteria as part of the community to stay healthy.
Okay.
So these bacteria tend to be like the gardeners of the gut. Okay, tending to the digestive lining. So if in your garden now there was a lot of weeds growing, that would cause an imbalance or upset the balance in the garden, which would cause problems to arise. So the same thing happens in the gut. If there's different factors that upset the balance, this causes health problems.
So that would upset the ecosystem, and I would take it in the gut. It's that word microbiome, right?
Yes.
Can you please tell us more about the microbiome?
So the gut microbiome is like a little community of the bacteria.
Community of gardeners.
Yes, so they're all living from the mouth right till the rectum. All these bacteria that line the tract, they're living with basically the right balance, they're living in harmony.
Okay.
When something comes in to cause disruption in that garden, it's obviously going to cause problems to arise in that community.
Yes, I'm loving your analogy. So tell me, what upsets that space? What upsets gut health?
There's lots of different factors that can play a role in upsetting the gut health. One of the factors being stress. So another analogy. So imagine you're on your way to work and you are driving and suddenly a car comes into your lane without any indication. That obviously gives your body a bit of a shock. Even though there wasn't an accident, your body kind of tenses up and your breathing changes.
Yes.
Your breathing becomes a lot more shallow.
Yes.
So when you get into that state, your body actually goes into mode of fight or flight, which means your body is trying to protect itself.
Yes, that sympathetic state.
Yes. So if that continuously happens throughout the day, where little things are triggering your body to go into that fight or flight mode, you don't really have time to digest the food and have that flow of oxygen through the gut, which can cause gut health issues.
Yeah.
Other factors would be lack of sleep, poor nutrition, so high intake of processed foods, deep fried foods, high sugary foods.
Yes.
And just generally, being very rushed or always busy and overwhelmed.
Sabeeha, I have to say that I'm truly appreciating your analogies. I think that we understand so much better and clearer when we do use analogies.
Definitely.
I also want to make mention, lately so much about, you were speaking about going into that sympathetic state where you're in fight or flight mode all the time. And so much about mental health these days is linked back to the gut and the condition of one's gut. Can we touch on that a little bit more in terms of mental health and making sure that your gut is in the best state possible? And when you're not feeling well mentally, to consider that maybe you need to change your nutrition or be more cognizant of what you're taking in and consuming.
That is spot on. So your gut and your brain are very closely linked. We call it the gut-brain axis.
Yes, the second brain.
The second brain, yes. And 90% of your serotonin, which is actually your happy hormone, is produced in the gut.
Yes,
so
and that's a new finding, isn't it?
We
used to think it was produced in the brain, but it's not.
Yeah, no. So definitely your gut health plays a crucial role in your mood, your brain function, and your overall mental well-being. So if there is an imbalance in that gut bacteria, so if there's an imbalance in your garden, of course, there's going to be an impact, and symptoms that you may feel is anxiety and depression. There is also a link to other health conditions as well, which obviously it's a vicious cycle, because if there is other conditions, you may have anxiety and depression linked to that, but that may also have been caused due to the poor gut health.
So what do we do? I mean, like, what are the kinds of foods that I look at?
So generally, to improve your gut health, you would firstly start with consuming a balanced diet, which is high in fiber.
Okay.
So fiber is the roughage that we find in food, and this adds bulk to our gut. So remember, the fiber feeds that gut bacteria.
Yes.
So it's all great and well to have them there. We still have to keep them alive.
Yes.
And as a female, we would need about 28 grams of fiber a day. And as males, they would need about 35 grams of fiber per day. So we can get this through whole grain foods. So if we're having pasta, for example, just choosing the whole wheat pasta instead of the normal pasta.
Okay.
Or if you're having a potato, have it with the peel on instead of taking the peel off.
Oh, fascinating. Oh, Sabeeha, I feel like I want you here for the entire show. That's all so interesting and fascinating. Thank you. Well, there you go. A happy gut often leads to a healthier you. So consult a registered dietitian to tailor-make your personalized plan that supports a healthy and balanced gut.